Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. In today's video, I'm going to discuss one more concept, or I would say one more solution provided by MuleSoft called Trusted Agent Identity in our MuleSoft Agent Fabric. So in today's video, we'll see what it is, why it is so important, and how to apply this solution on a real world example. Okay. So when you see any AI workflows, there you'll see multiple brokers. There you will see multiple agents, MCP servers, LLMs, and APIs. Now, if you want to solve any agentic problem, we'll take help of these AI workflows and these entities, broker, agent, MCP servers. This will collaborate together and solve that problem. But while solving that problem, the user who actually initiated the request, the identity of that user will be lost somewhere in the process of execution. And losing the identity of the user who actually initiated the process is called identity gap. And that identity gap will be solved by identity gap will be solved by this particular solution called trusted agent identity. In the same video, we'll also understand how our AI agents, which are part of these workflows, can act on behalf of users without losing auditability and without forcing any reauthentication, unnecessary reauthentication. Now, let me take one simple example where, let's say, user initiated the refund process. That request goes to the broker inside your agentic workflow. That broker plans and fans out that request to the multiple agents. Those multiple agents call multiple, MCP servers. Finally, those MCP servers will be calling backend APIs. The request goes to the multiple hops, to the multiple systems. During this switches from one system to another system, the identity of the actual requester who actually initiated the request, that will get lost somewhere. And the finally backend API will have a question: who initiated this request? Who initiated this refund request? Whether it's MCP server, whether it's the agent, whether it's a broker or some kind of shared service, your service account, or somebody else. And if your platform is not able to answer this question, then this is the biggest security risk for your organization. And that is what is getting solved by our solution called Trusted Agent Identity. So what we learn here, during this process, the request is getting passed on to the every hop, but the identity after second or third hop is getting lost. Okay, let's compare this with the traditional system. In traditional system, the process is very simple. Okay, user logs in, application receives the token that will be validated by the backend system, and then finally authorization based on user credentials. But in case of agentic system, this is a little different, little complicated. User asks the agent inside your workflow, that will get reason and plan, and then broker will pass on this request to the multiple agents. Multiple agents will be, calling multiple servers, and then finally APIs will be executed. But the backend, won't be able to see the actual context which was initiated by the user. So the backend services in agentic system, they no longer know who started this process, what permission was involved here, what is the risk level or is applied for this particular request. Do we need to actually have extra authentication for the important transactions like money transfer or claims approval? Now the solution what MuleSoft provide, how, let's see how that works. So that works in a 5 steps. First step is user authentication, where the OpenID Connect compliant IDPs, whether it's Okta, whether it's Intra ID, whether it's Salesforce, or any OIDC compliant IDP will be used to authenticate the user, and they will pass on the claims information. Now this information which is getting in step number 1, that will be propagated to each hop, each system with the help of token exchange. And this token exchange will be done by our Flex Gateway. Now it is called Omni Gateway. That Flex Gateway or Omni Gateway will take a help of outbound policies, and this outbound policy will get applied on each agent and each MCP server so that this information will get propagated to each hop. Second step is execution planning. So broker will take the responsibility of planning entire thing. Okay, whether which agent to call, which MCP to call, what LLM to use, what API to call, all this planning will be done by the broker. Okay, so once broker receives the request, all planning will be done. Then token exchange, I mentioned that third process where, so the token is called OBO, on behalf of token, that will get exchanged between your IDP and your agent, your IDP and your MCP server. Then there will be a granular level authorization. So once the backend receives the request, along with that request, there will be one more information called claims information. That claims information will have all the answers to these questions. Is this allowed? Does the token contain for required scopes? Does user belongs to the right group? Was this token issued by the expected IP? All these answers will be there along with the receiving request. Finally, this solution also decides whether we need to have extra authentication for important transactions like money transfer or the claim approval. So automatically system will trigger just in time secondary authentication, whether it's via MFA or whether it's via bank authorization or any risk adaptive approvals, without forcing user to leave the conversation. So the user will be always there in the conversion and he will approve that request on the fly. Now let's see in the real world example, right? So this is one example I have taken, which we have implemented for one of our user, okay, one of our client. So where we are dealing with the policy, okay, and we know that how policy information is critical, okay. So here there are different tasks, okay, and every task needs a different kind of authorization authentication. So based on the task, system, identify what kind of authentication mechanism is required. So for example, here in this workflow, if you see agents are involved. So this is the agent, this is agent, this is agent, MCP server, MCP server, MCP server, broker, LLMs, and we have multiple IDPs here. Couple of IDPs. One IDP belongs to the bank, another IDP belongs to the application, policy hub application. So step number one, your user customer will log into our application. This guy will be authenticated via the OIDC compliant IDP, whether it's Okta, Intra ID, Salesforce, or any compliant OIDC ID. And this guy will send the claims information, authentication information, token, ID token, and that information with the application. Now this application will send multiple requests to the broker. Broker will use LLMs to do the execution planning, and then based on the request. So let's say this is the first request. Show me policy details. Okay. In this case, on this particular agent, already outbound policies are applied, OBO policy and the in task authorization code policy. There will be two policies I'll show you in the demo. Those are outbound policies are applied on this agent broker. So in this case, the token OBO token will be exchanged between IDP and your agent, and the information will be propagated to the agent and downstream systems. So in this particular task, the OBO flow means the Flex gateway will come into picture and it will exchange the token on behalf of policy holder. So this is first task where OBO token is getting exchanged. Second task is show me risk insight. Okay. In this case, OBO token exchange flow is not required. It will, here we'll be using service account. So service to service flow will be used where broker uses the service credentials for retrieving this risk related information. So this agent will have normal policy where service credentials, service account credentials will be used to retrieve the information. Then third task where the policy holder is actually initiating a claim payout. In this case, again, we'll be exchanging, or the FlexGate will be exchanging OBO token on behalf of policyholder with this agent, with this particular MCP server. But in this case, this is a critical transaction where this particular MCP server will be having one more extra policy or the responsibility to initiate one more authentication. And this will be via bank authorization. So here also on behalf of policyholder, the OBO token will be exchanged, and then finally the task will be implemented. So during this process, there are multiple workflows used. Okay, one, user to service. This IDP will use it. So when customer is logging, that particular flow will be used. OBO flow, whenever Flex Gateway needs the exchange of OBO token, this flow will be used. Service to service, when your data is not that critical, you don't need the user context over there. In that case, service to service flow. And finally, if your task is critical or important, like money transfer or claim payout, in that case, system will trigger extra authentication via MFA, via bank authorization, or via any risk related approvals. Now, that is what the solution to propagate your user identity throughout the execution of your AI workflow, and that is exactly provided by trusted agent identity solution, which will be executed via outbound policies of your Flex Gateway. Let me take you to the Anypoint platform where we see how to implement trusted agent identity with the help of API Manager. So once you are here, let's go to the agents and tools section. Select our API Manager. Under API Manager, let's go to the agent and tool instances section. Here, you can go ahead and say add multiple things like MCP server, MC bridge agents. I already created few of them, so I'll go ahead and select one of them. Once you are inside, go to the policy section here, select outbound policies, add outbound policy, select your upstream URL. Now here, you have two policies which will help you to implement that trusted agent identity solution. First one is in-task authorization code policy. Second one is OAuth2 OBO credential injection policy. So I'll go ahead first and apply this one. Here you need to select the token exchange flow. So I have selected the OAuth2 token exchange flow. And then rest of the things are optional. I'm not going to use anything. Then you pass the client ID, then client secret and token endpoint. Yeah, that's all you need to do and apply this policy. Okay. Let me go back. Same instance again. Go to the policy section, outbound policy, add outbound policy, next. And now this time I'm going to apply this one. Here again, you need to provide the authorization endpoint, then token endpoint, scopes, redirect URI, and the rest of the things are optional. So if you have already registered the external IDP like Okta, you'll have these endpoints ready. You can go ahead and capture those endpoints and provide those here. Okay, and then apply this policy. Yeah, that's all from this session. Hope you liked it. If you want to see this kind of interesting videos, then go ahead and subscribe the channel, hit the like button, hit the bell icon. And if you have any comments, then go back and drop those comments in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.